season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs offense will have... Matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Turner. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about.
Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. So now it's second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Turner. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here on third down for this offense. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. Looking for more room.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's reverse. That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the... Obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast, not just in this game.
Oh, he's got some space. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And you can tell that young man is comfortable in the pocket, feeling good. You know, last play, nice job setting his feet, making a good throw, getting a completion. Now, didn't like what he sees. What does he have? He has the ability to take off and scramble and make some yards. So this QB's really feeling comfortable.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
You got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aaron!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there down 7-3 as they open. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The play action fake. Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd. Oh, it's out. Oh, and the burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down. He came up a little short. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. And the Mustangs are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
The give to the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to pass on second down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Zips have made a statement thus far on the road, but as we know...
There he goes! Got the first down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds. a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the SMU Mustangs taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So SMU's offense will have the football first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. Got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back has it. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team. I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defense breaks into the open.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on third and short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw.
Going the other way, and he's got room. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Mustangs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The hand to the running back. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get it, second guy finally did. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good at zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. They're going to run it to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again up 10-3. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running back searching for a hole. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's York. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. All down, but but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Finding open areas. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. The Irish send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and
oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
all right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Breaks away on the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback adapting. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the...
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll leave it with him. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Might be calling a hot route. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's York. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got him downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man to the left. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Under fire. He's going to run it. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down.
And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, SMU!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Let's see what he can do with it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Turner. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
They've got the screen set up. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Turning it on!
He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Fakes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Touchdown, Irish! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Fires to the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. The Irish send out the punt unit. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on first and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession back there. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes.
Touchdown Mustangs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
38, Notre Dame, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He'll start this drive firing. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I think a big key in this team's success Hey, it's been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Off play action. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Mustangs will punt this one away.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Makes the catch. It's York. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's York. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Tell you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Oh, they're after him. Makes a connection. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Got it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, SMU! And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking to throw again. Avoids pressure. Gets rid of it. That's caught. It's Turner. There he goes. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Gets it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to them.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Mustangs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. They feed him again. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for